You are welcome here. 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 Our arms are wide open. There's room for everyone. Wherever you go and wherever you're from, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 Whatever you've been through, you found us somehow. Wherever you are on your journey now, you are home. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are so welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome anyway now. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Everybody, you are welcome here. You are welcome so welcome. You are welcome here. I am 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 welcome here. Oh yeah. I am welcome here. We are welcome here. We are welcome here. We are welcome here. Everybody's welcome. We are welcome here. We are welcome here. We are welcome here. Everybody's welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Everybody's welcome. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. I am welcome here. I am welcome here. I am welcome here. Everybody's welcome. I am welcome here.
We are all welcomed here. This is home. Oh, you welcome. Yes, we are all family. We are welcome here, and everyone that walks in through that door is loved, appreciated, accepted just the way you are. So good to see you this morning, and welcome here. Oh, what a beautiful Sunday morning to be together, isn't it? In this beautiful place with this beautiful energy. And with hearts and minds open, because we don't know what Spirit is going to reveal to us. And so we want to be in that really sweet, receptive place. So turn to your neighbor. You've already said you're welcome here, so just say namaste or hello, how are you? Good to see you. Connecting. Yes. And then I want to turn around, and before you do that, I want to address the Facebook and YouTube family. We want to know who you are, where you come from. So would you do us a favor? We just want to hold you in our consciousness with love and prayer. Type in the comment section where you're coming from. Type in a name. Type in a prayer request. We want to connect with you. So now turn around and let them know that we welcome them. They are part of our Unity family, and thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing who's there. Yeah, I want to know who's watching and from where you're watching. So thank you for joining us in your faithfulness to this community. So I am in a really good place this morning. watch out. But I am happy, very happy to be here with you, and I'll share more about that a little later. I want to take a moment to, I meant to do this last week, and I didn't get a chance to do it, but I want to thank Gary Ammerman and his prayer chaplain team. They did an outstanding World Day of Prayer job, and I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for everything. It was so well done. And so many of the comments that we got from guests that came afterwards, I got a couple of emails from people who were really impressed how inclusive and how open and how loving we are in this community. And that's what we do here. That's our mission, to create a loving and healing and accepting community. So we hope to be doing more interfaith things with them. I'm excited about that. So I'm looking forward to that very, very much. One of the things that we will be doing together is our Thanksgiving outreach. We're going to be joining with the Baha'i community and with the Unitarian Church, and we're going to together bless this community with a food drive. And you will have a role in that as well, because we have put out a grant, but it won't come back to us until the end of October. So we need your loving participation. So on the sign-up table outside when you leave, there is a flyer with things that you can say, I want to bring this, and go ahead and sign up for that, and that will help us to begin our drive. And Gary will tell you more in the weeks to come. So I'm going to ask you right now to just take a moment to get centered, to set the intention for this beautiful service. And just take a deep breath. And if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. And go within for a moment. Do a check-in. Am I here now, in this present moment? Set the intention to be here. To let go of the distractions of this morning or what may happen in the afternoon. Just be here. Know your soul is welcomed here and is wanting to connect in that space of oneness, in that knowing of oneness that we are. We acknowledge the presence of a higher power than ourselves, the one power and one presence in the universe that is good, and that is always present no matter where we are. We acknowledge that. And we acknowledge that we are its expression. And so with an open heart and an open mind, we allow ourselves to align with truth. And we are ready to receive what is ours to receive today. With the understanding that as we receive, we give. And as we give, we receive. So we will go out in the world and be a greater, more beautiful light than we have been. Bathed in the joy of being loved and accepted. We allow our souls to be nourished, our mind to be nourished, our heart to be filled. And we are so grateful for this place and the many hands that work behind the scenes to allow us to come together on a Sunday morning, to fellowship together, to connect to the spiritual truth that we know, and to shine ever so brightly. So we are grateful. Thank you, God. We come with anticipation, open hearts, open minds, and know that all good is right here, right now. And so it is. And so we are going to gently prepare ourselves for our meditation service. And we're going to begin with the affirmation of oneness. Say that with me. There is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, all-powerful, all-knowing, everywhere present, right here, right now, and God. Namaste.
Morning. Today, Sunday, September 18th, the word for the day is thoughtful. And the affirmative statement is, my kind thoughts and deeds are a blessing. Today, I bring the love and peace of God to all of my encounters by being thoughtful. More than politeness and deeper than kindness, thoughtfulness means I consider the comfort and happiness of others equal to my own. My intention is to let those in my life know what they mean to me. I may reach out to someone who needs an encouraging word, letting them know they have what it takes to succeed. I may surprise someone with a kind act, anticipating a need and taking care of something for them before they have to ask. Each thoughtful word and act lets those in my life know how important they are to me and how worthy they are of my time and attention. And from Hebrews 13:16, do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God. Namaste.
I've been alive forever, gave you the earth and stars, and I've been with you all the way. I made you in my image, expressing who you are. I give you each and every day. And every breath you take, every move you make, I'm right here beside you. And I'm right inside you, each and every day, each and every way. I'll always be here to guide you. You are my loving child, you are my heart's desire. I pray someday you'll know how much your love makes life worthwhile. It brings my vision higher. Through you I live, I laugh, I touch. And every breath you take, every move you make, I'm right here beside you. And I'm right inside you, each and every day, each and every way. I'll always be here to guide you. You are the eyes and ears and hands of me. You do my work on earth so tenderly. Go let the others know so they can see that we are one big tapestry. And every breath you take, every move you make, I'm right here beside you. I'm right inside you, each and every day, each and every way. I'll always be here to guide you. I'll always be here to guide you. I'll always be here to guide you.
Wonderful, wonderful song to help us. Let's just come into the stillness at this moment, following that wonderful words of that song about learning and knowing ourselves. Let's just make ourselves comfortable If you're agreeable, close your eyes. Make sure your body is upright in your chair and hands in your lap and feet anchored to the ground. Step into that stillness. This meditation today is I want to help you to connect to your divine self, who you really are, because you are enough. You know, long ago, you were created perfect, born into an imperfect world, divine, beloved, enough. All of us are born asleep, which is why newborn children, babies, sleep for so long. They're unawakened. And as we grow, our brainwave states change. But what remains is that sense of consciousness, or that state of unconsciousness. Because until we awaken, we are unawakened. We forget. We are enough. We are often conditioned to believe that we're not enough, but we are enough. We are programmed to believe that unless someone else says so, we are not enough. The truth is, you are and always were and always will be enough. You are enough. You know, you are made of stardust. You are the universe expressing itself through your unique perspectives. And as you heal and remember who you are, you will learn that you have the ability to create your reality as you know it. You are enough because you are. You matter because you are matter. Everything that is you. The same creator that created the cosmos created you. And just as every star and every galaxy is a part of your world, you are part of every star and every galaxy. You are worthy. You are enough. You are enough because you matter. Everything that you are matters. There is nothing that you need to do to be or to say to be enough. Just as you are enough. You are enough, and everything that is you. You are connected to everything, and everything is you. Remember who you are. You are enough. Namaste.
Thank you, Gary. What a beautiful affirmation to say to ourselves all the time. You are enough. You don't need to be or do or nothing. Just you are enough, just the way that you are. So my message title comes from a song that I heard just recently, that we're part of something greater. As you know, this is my last Sunday on the platform before I take my sabbatical, and I'll be back on October 23rd. And it's bittersweet kind of in a way. I'm excited. I can't wait to go. And also, thank you. But I'm also kind of, I know that I will miss being here and doing what I normally do. And I know some of you may have questions about what is a sabbatical and all those questions that you may have. There are brochures out in the lobby. You have your board of trustees. Everyone will be here to support you and answer any of the questions that you may have. But what I've noticed in this journey of preparing for this date is that over the last several months, I have really, really poured a lot of love and a lot of intentional attention to what was mine to do before I left. And boy, the more I did, the more the list would grow. And so, and though it was the desire of my heart to tidy up all these perceived loose ends that I saw in my mind, that was not accomplished. And I finally came to a place of rest to say that was okay. That was okay. In the scheme of things, there's something greater here that's happening. And so the lesson for me, I see, continues to be surrendering, letting go, and trusting that all things will unfold beautifully, perfectly, just as they should and as they're needed to be. That I, in the scheme of things, are just like a little grain of sand, part of this amazing, beautiful tapestry that Spirit creates through and with us. So if I say to myself constantly, okay, I'm going to stop when the work is finished, then I will never stop, because the work is never finished, ever. And that's the lesson. The work is never finished. With every swept floor, guess what? There's an invitation to sweep again. With every trip to the supermarket, there's another invitation to come and visit the supermarket again. With every completed project that I do, there's an invitation for another one waiting around the corner. And so such is life. Without rest, I'm going to wind up somewhat like this pastor did. He's Duncan, age 22. And he said that being a pastor is not stressful. Well. And sincerely, what keeps me going is your love. The way you express your love here in this community. What keeps me going is this vision that we want to create together. And so no matter how times may feel for me, I always get an encouraging word from you. I always get a smile, a hug, a little saying, you can slow down, Luz, it's okay. And all that is part of my lesson. All part of me being able to be the best minister that I can be here. Because the less I become like Mr. Duncan there, the better I will be. Moeller, in his book, The Sabbath, said, when all life moves in such cycles, what is ever finished? The sun goes around, the moon goes around, the tides and seasons go around, people are born and people die. When will we ever be finished? Good lesson for all of us, right? That it's okay to move. Like a vision I had recently, I had a vision of myself within the wind. And it was I can't explain it to you, my words will fail. But I understood what that vision meant. It means move, be in the flow, stay with the wind. Spirit is guiding it all. So preparing for this 1-month sabbatical is really has helped me to dissolve those artificial urgency that I felt that things needed to be finished. And so I'm at peace as I stand before you today. I wasn't like that a couple of days ago. I was exhausted and stressed. but I am at peace, and it has lifted me. I am in a good place at this moment. And so when I heard that song by Harold Payne yesterday, that we are part of something greater, I knew that this would be what I would talk about today, that we're part of that. That song offered me a gentle reminder of something that I already know, that I feel in my being, that there is a divine presence that is weaving itself through everything, through all things. And it is that one thing that draws us together, and that's what we're one. It just weaves itself so beautifully in everything. I sometimes think of it that we are like the cells of a body, each of one with a little specialized little something, but part of something bigger. We're part of this body. And each one of you are like that, part of this community. You're the little cells in this community that are creating this beautiful place that we call our spiritual home. And we know our own little roles, but it doesn't mean we stay there. We blend together because you need each other. That's what spirit is all about, that we need each other. I have this book at home about world religions, and I was flipping through it the other day, and I came across this anonymous poet of the Thao faith. And this is what he said about this amazing presence that is always with us. He said, there is a being that is wonderful, perfect. It exists before heaven and earth. How quiet it is, how spiritual it is. It stands alone and does not change. It moves round and around, but does not on this account suffer. All life comes from it. It wraps everything with its love as in a garment, and yet it claims no honor. For it does not demand to be Lord. I do not know its name, and so I call it Thou, the way, and I rejoice in its power. You see, when you recognize this as this one power and one presence in the universe, when you know that it is greater than yourself and it moves through you and you are part of it, you are made of it, then you rejoice in knowing that you have this power within you. We describe that in unity. That is our first principle. We say it every Sunday, that there is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, and that it is everywhere present, that it is all-knowing, all-powerful, and most of all, that it is good. It is good. So if it's everywhere present, then everything that shows up in some mysterious way is good. So my frazzled way of trying to complete everything was my way of realizing that I was tethered to what I was doing, attached to that. And in order for me to be free, I need to unattach to a need to complete things and be just me. That's beautiful and powerful in itself, because when I stand there, I am the power of God, untethered to anything. So I'm learning a lot of wonderful lessons. This greater thing that we talk about, sometimes we call it divine intelligence, or we call it divine mind, or God. It doesn't matter what we call it. It is what shows up in divine order and in the beauty of the universe. It knows how to hold those planets together. Nobody tells it what to do. The seasons come and go. This divine intelligence is maneuvering and moving, and it's weaving itself in everything. The weather knows when it's supposed to rain or shine. No one controls that. Flowers bloom without our support. Our cells, magnificent cells, that is divine intelligence, and they just know when to divide and replenish. Even as we speak right now, we inhale and exhale without conscious awareness. We are marvelously engineered. So perfection in everything. This blood in our body flows, bringing nutrients to our organs, and our hair and our nails grow without us saying anything. It all knows what to do. There is a divine intelligence, a divine mind moving through it all, orchestrating these things. And all of it, there's a blending together, a harmonious interaction with life. No one says, let's talk about the cells, well, I'm a brain cell, so I'm better than you are, because you're just a cell that made the toe or the nail or whatever. No, there is this beautiful blending together to create harmony in the body, a healthy harmony in the body. So we are part of something greater. When we can see that, when we can understand that, when we can feel it and know it deeply in our soul, then nothing really needs to be tethered to here. We go about being the expression of that something greater, that pure love, forgiveness and kindness and compassion. We allow it to just flow. We don't attach ourselves to anything, no titles, no anything. So while our efforts here are useful and welcome in the work that we do here, they're useful, they're welcomed, they are not indispensable. I'm not indispensable. But because we were weaved together, there's a divine order to why we have come together. There's a purpose in that, because each one of us will play a role in what it is that Spirit wants to manifest through us in this place. For me, all of this means that I can relax and try to enjoy my relative unimportance. I like that. And then I could see in the bigger scheme of things and find my humble place in this huge table of this very large world. It takes a lot of humility, a lot of faith to live like that, to see that what is most important is not the work I do, but the allowance of this higher, greater self in me being able to express through me. I don't need titles. I don't need to tell you what my education is. Don't. I am standing on holy ground. I am sacred. I am God's beloved. God weaves in my life as it does in yours. And that's why we are together. We only create suffering when we forget that. When we forget that we are part of something greater. When my thoughts get a little bit out of hand, all those anxiety and those worries and those judgments, if I could just remember, I am part of something greater. I can let go of this illusion that I am separate, that I'm not enough, and hold on to what I know is true about me, that I am a being of light and love. I am created in the image and likeness of God. I have all the power within me, and so do you. So do you. What a different world it would be if we knew that. So I encourage you to remember this as I take the sabbatical, because I'm taking this sabbatical now. I finally have arrived in knowing that the same divine intelligence that moves everything and through everything is moving within you as well. You're going to be divinely guided. You're going to serve with so much love. You have compassion to one another. Wisdom will guide you. I know that. I know that, and I'll hold a high watch to see it being knitted together in a greater way. I trust right now And I really, truly release and let go. And I choose to find my peace. Thank you. I was walking down the hallway to the sanctuary this morning and looking around and saying how truly grateful I am to be able to serve in this community. And thank you. I am grateful for you. And you know what? What's left undone is, well, too bad. It's left undone. It's not going to stop the sun from rising. That's right. It will be right there when I get back. Not going to stop the sun from rising or the tides from coming in, nor give or for birth to happen in the world. When I come back, it'll be there. And I'll be more refreshed and more able to deal with that. Life will go on as it always does. What a wonderful, and I can't wait to come back and hear all the good things that emerge of my time away, because I will be literally totally disconnected. If there's an emergency that I must know about, Darlene, who is our board president, will contact me. Other than that, I really am going to be adios, amigo. And I will find the rest that my body and my soul both need. And I know without a shadow of doubt that in this state of rest, I will find the meaning and revelation once again and see those even in the smallest of things. Because I will be able to see, not through the carnal eyes, but through the quiet eyes of spirit. That gives me more clarity. I think of William Blake's poem. He said, "To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, to hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour." And the poem is much longer, but I thought about that is the gift that Sabbath gives us. At the time of rest, to disconnect, to work on untethering ourselves. That's the gift. And so I encourage you to take your own Sabbath, create your own Sabbath, a day, an hour each day, a week, whatever that would be for you. Let this time be a time of rest. Nothing new has to happen here. We can take this time to hold a high watch and to rest and see each other and support each other. Everything will be back to normal. And while I'm away, let it help you to see wholeness of life, the wholeness that we have in our lives and with each other. And experience for yourself that you are part of something greater. Do what is yours to do, because there'll be things that need to be done. That'll always happen, you know. But do it with a restful mind. A restful mind means a peaceful mind. Be mindful of your thoughts, because they are the seeds in your garden. So take time to unplug anything that you feel, no, this does not do me well. I can release that. So do what's yours to do with a restful mind. Do it with gratitude. What a blessing it is to be able to serve, to be the expression of something greater. And do what you do with reverence, because where you are, God is. Everything is holy now. Everything. So as I was writing this last night, I got tired. You know, the last couple of days I've been really, really, really tired. I don't know what came over me, but I decided, okay, I'm not done. So I went to bed. And normally I would be really kind of concerned. I have nothing down. But no, I just allow myself to rest. There's beauty to balance in life, a lesson that is really hard for me to learn because I have always been a doer. I've always been that. I even thrive with that. And now I'm being called to a state of being where I can not identify myself with that. It will be what it will be. Do what's mine to do when it's mine to do. When it is. So set the intention to think, and I really want you to encourage you, set an intention to start thinking good thoughts about one another. I just married a couple, and one of the advices that I gave them, love is more than just an expression, a deed that we do. It is truly also thinking good things about one another, because our thoughts create the experience of our reality. So when you find yourself, your mind going in a place, you know you're not to go there. Reverse and begin to see each other as the light of God. Because the light that is in you is also in them. Recognize that, nurture it, and think good things. I will certainly hold a high watch for you, and I ask that you hold a high watch for us, Joe and I. And I will continually send good thoughts my way. I will hold you in good thoughts. So I'm grateful for this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am grateful for you, because without you, we won't have a church. You give so lovingly of your time and your talents and your treasures. If you didn't, we could not open those doors. So thank you. I can continue to encourage you to see this as your home and give from your heart. Spirit will guide you. And as we go out, know that there's a whole host of teams here that are going to support this time when I'm away. So you have your board of trustees. Look at them very carefully, because they're here to answer any questions you have about the policy of the church, how things are run here, and about the finances, just about anything. You can go to them. They're willing to answer questions, and they're very delighted to do that. So they're part of the family, but they play a role here, and they're the ones, if you want to know about policy and finances, that's where you want to go. And then you have your LUTs. We're so blessed to have 4 LUTs in this community. It's no church that I know of has 4. And one more coming, because Z only has like 3 classes to go, and she's going to be an LUT, so we'll be 5. And they're going to be able to have a Sunday when I come back where they're going to share in depth what they do. But just a real quick rundown. They're here as spiritual support. They are spiritual leaders in their own right here in this community, and they work very closely with me. So they offer classes and counseling and spiritual counseling and prayer. They cover the platform with messages when I need to take some time off. And so many other things. It's too long to mention. So if you need any spiritual support, you have your LUTs. You have your prayer chaplains who will pray with you. If you need prayer support, who else do I have here? My prayer chaplains, they're always there to pray with you. So know that they will hold you in this time. And then we have this office staff, an amazing office staff. Oh my gosh, I couldn't be more grateful. They do the day-to-day operations. They are making sure they're behind the scenes so that when you come on Sunday morning, everything looks perfect, or to the best that we can. And so Z over there is the administrator of this church, and she handles the administration of the church, with the support of the board and the LUTs. She works closely with them to make sure that everything that needs to be done here, it gets done. And so she's really informed about what's going on, and I'm encouraging the board and the LUT to keep her informed so that when you call, she will be your first contact. If you can't find an answer to something, call Z. She will direct you to where to go. She's also the leader of the Helping Hands team, so she works closely with that pastoral care. And then Gary Ammerman, I don't have a picture of him, but I had a picture before. He will be filling in as my assistant, pretty much doing some of the things that I do while I'm gone, And for those of you that don't know this, Gary has 2 years of ministerial school. He went to ministerial school with me. And I'm kind of hoping that, who knows, you never know. So while I'm gone, he will be kind of me in some of the areas that I handle. So all this is part, and you are part of this as well, supporting each other and calling each other, sending cards to each other, just being a presence for one another. That's what makes the body healthy. When we all know what it is ours to do, but that we don't just hold on to just what is ours to do, we blend. I think Annie always says we collaborate. Collaborate means we talk to each other. You know, we talk to each other. We see how we can support one another. That's what it means. So I will miss you. I know that. That's going to be really hard. I promised Joe I wouldn't take my laptop. Talk about being tethered, right? But I am ready to taste the sweetness of peace and serenity and rest. And I look forward to returning, feeling very energized and ready to rumble, because you know me, I'm like a little storm when I'm ready to go. So thank you for your love, for your attention, for your support. And I cannot wait to see the amazing growth that will happen here while I am gone. So bless you and namaste. For it truly, thank you for everything.
Thank you. 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 I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am 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 grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath I am grateful. I am grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath I take. I am grateful. I am grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath I take. I am grateful. Thank you. I am grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath. Thank you. I am grateful. Thank you. I am grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath. Thank you. I am grateful. Thank you. I am grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath. So much I'm grateful. Thank you. I am grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath. So much I'm grateful. Thank you. I am grateful. I promise in this moment I am grateful to keep my heart wide open. I am grateful with every breath. Thank you. I am grateful. Thank you. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am grateful, grateful. I am 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 grateful.
Good morning. So it's kind of like mom and dad are going out of town, right? However, I also want to say that one of the things that can always happen is our minds like predictability and order. And so I would anticipate a certain amount of anxiety that all of us are having, because we're all going to be somewhat on uncharted territory. But I'm looking forward to being able to put our spiritual principles into practice. So I invite you right now, because we need to bless Luce and Joe as they journey on their sabbatical. So I'm inviting Joe and Luce up here. I'm not going to embarrass you, Joe. So we're going to do our unity blessing. So if you'd like to stand, you can, and warm up those hands. And together with me, we bless you. We appreciate you. Love you. I don't have it. And we see you doing great things. Okay. But I also want to say that we trust that Luce will just be able to let go and trust in all the wisdom that she has planted in each and every one of us. So thank you. We love you. And now Joe's going to do a dance.
With some salsa music.
I was principal of an elementary school, kindergarten through sixth grade, so how different can this be than 600 children? Well, I don't know. So let's go over a few things. First of all, it's that time of the month where we meet our board member, and Darlene Morris is going to be in the cafe after service, and she will be wandering around, and feel free to talk with her, chat with her about anything church business-wise, so feel free. So Darlene, if you want, I think everybody knows you, but just so be on the lookout for you. There she goes. Next week, our guest speaker will be Reverend Diane Scribner Clevenger, and I happen to know Diane somewhat. She's a senior minister at the Unity of Naples. She also is an instructor for a Unity Worldwide Spiritual Institute. She's a presenter. She's an author. So she's all kinds of things. So we're really looking forward to having her as our first guest speaker next Sunday. So make sure you're here to hear her wonderful words. Oh, Aunt Cleve always made the best cakes, and my mom always made the best baked beans, and my Aunt Dorothy always made the best scalloped potatoes when we had family potlucks. Next Sunday is our potluck, so bring your favorite stuff in so we can feed each other and feed our souls also. So next Sunday in the cafe. Looking a little forward, Unity Basics Plus. Annie will be teaching this class in October. For those of you who are wishing to become members of Unity of Citrus, it's a requirement to take that class. Some of us retake it again just to stimulate our interest, find a little bit more about the 5 principles, and Annie goes into some depth about that. But if you're interested, check it out in the lobby today. Annie will be out there, maybe be able to answer any questions that you have about the class. So, and sign up for it. Coming in November, I'm kind of looking forward here. Coming in November, there will be an estate planning seminar. We're kind of early on this, but we really need to start signing up for this if you are interested. So the gentleman who is holding that estate, he's an attorney, needs to know, the number of people who are interested in that. So make sure you sign up for that. And then finally, over in the hallway outside the cafeteria, or cafe, cafeteria was in school, this is a cafe. There we've all of our announcements and sign up. On that table is a calendar that we've created with all the events. Please pick one up so that you can see what's going on and check the website and your weekly wake up just to be aware of what is going on here at Unity of Citrus. And with that, let's do our offertory. I love having come back to Unity of Citrus because this is my spiritual family, and I love being with you all and love the various things that I do. And I show that gratitude by my offerings, your love ties, your donations, what have you, for classes. This allows us to do so many things here that makes this such a wonderful spiritual home. So I would like for you to now take your tithe, your love offering, and your envelope close to your heart. And let's do the offertory blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send forth this gift with my blessings and my love. And let us know that, Divine Spirit, we thank you for this offering. We know that it is given in love and is received and loved, and that it moves through this ministry with the energy of divine love out into the world as good. Each giver is blessed, for this is the law, and so it is. Thank you, God. And now our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is divine. Okay, and I think you have some final words that you want to say, Reverend Luce.
A simple blessing. We've changed some things around. May you be well, may you be safe, may you be happy and healthy, and know that you are loved. Would you stand with me and let's do our our peace song. And I'll meet you in the lobby.